Alright, welcome, it's Mr. Times again, and we're jumping right back to where we were just last. I'm gonna beat the living crap out of this guy. Probably gonna move my healer all the way back over here. I could start trying to punch the crap out of this healer. I mean, this dude. Yeah, I think this is what I'm gonna do. Just don't want to get hit by the motor. Oh, it disappeared. Well, that's a good. Yeah, so as I was saying though, like, I understand that if it's like, you know, Pews or something, because he is really big of an actual YouTuber. I mean, well, he's the biggest, but it's like, out of respect and stuff, should he actually be more worried and concerned about his actual actions and whatnot? Sorry, I'm just trying to scan the area. Which kind of raises up the question of, like, should he be one of those people? Because, you know, it is kind of a very important thing to always take note of. You know, how it could become a ball of just insulting and, like, rampaging onto one person. Because he is so big that he could topple anybody in any cases of logic. There's too much shit going on, actually. Oh, jeez. It's in my opinion, though, with the whole the PewDiePie and everything dealio. I think it kind of makes sense why it would, like, kind of suck. Plus, also, there's been the whole concerns of, like, female streamers being, what is it called, put into row with these other streamers who almost don't stream with high amounts of substance and, I guess, content, as you would say. I don't know what it would say, but... my dude's fine. But then again, I mean, you can't blame people for freaking trying to make a quick buck, right? Like, sometimes, as a lot of people would say, the hustle sometimes is the most... can be a respectable thing, but it's kind of like, you know, why hate on these things and not, like, accept it? Because there are people who just, like, for example, you know, when you think of it, but I get, like, let me explain. You know, when you first think of... wait, let's see. They've broken the gates. Scramble. Shoot. Their leader's at the top of the hill. Charge! Okay, sorry about missing that little first portion. I'm gonna quickly try to write this thing, though. But as I was saying, I'm not gonna try to, like, mix the two, so it's like, oh yeah, you know, somebody's gonna try to throw the whole thing of, like, well, you know, it's like everybody gotta eat. You know, that's true. But at what point is it just... not helping the situation in some cases? Because there are a lot of girls that are considered, you know, like, you see them on Twitch, and some people will insult them already, think that they're thotties and whatnot, you know, before they even get to meet them or, you know, get to even see them. So is that fair to immediately be, you know, thrown in a category immediately? Which would suck, right? So it does kind of bite and throw up the question of, well, you know, is it helping the situation and what the problems of, you know, Twitch has in general, like, deal with these things? So it does run up that question. And even for me, it does bring up those, like, thoughts and processes where it's like, man, does it really cause problems? And I'm slightly throwing my hat to, yeah, it might cause some issues, considering it. Oh, that gather up. Thank God they don't have multiple AoE opponents. Yeah. Actually, that is a question, though. Do you think that it is still bad to immediately have people just judge other people before they even actually seen their actual live streams, though? I mean, the obvious question is yes, but... like, is it kind of like a big, bad hinting thing now these days that is starting to show up a little too much, almost? I'm gonna do this. That's how I want it. I want to stay over here, take this guy. Shit. There we go. I think that should help. Oh, kind of did the stupid thing. This might be bad for this guy, but hopefully not. If it does get surrounded, I still have a lot of movement, though. But yeah. Like, I get it, but, like, as I was saying, before I get sidetracked and everything, and I'm super sorry about this, but it's obvious that nobody would like to be ever considered being part of that kind of a negative connotation, but is it that bad for a person to try to make money, you know? And is it, like, kind of wrong for people to just be kind of sick and tired of these situations where all you see is just kind of these, you know, women using their their parts to try to get views? Even though it's like, yes, the website itself should be actually taking action if they have problems with this. So, the question is do they have issues with that? And honestly, I don't think they do, considering it at this point in time. There's a lot of, you know, Twitchers that have this. And it does sometimes come up kind of scandalous, though, but what can be said and done? Because even then, the backing of, like, the actual higher-ups on Twitch should be the person that be, you know, dealing with these situations. Not actually the public, but then again, you know, people could always choose to, you know, with their view, make decisions, right? But is it bad, then, to try to scream at people, then? And obvious it is. So the question raises is, how far do we let people do it? You know, considering how Pews is in that situation of calling her a thotty. Now, of course, that's probably bad. Because then again, you know, every single person might just constantly just scream and point fingers at somebody that has maybe a low-cut shirt, or in a situation where they are actually in a, you know, beach setting where the actual clothing might be a little bit more scandalous in terms. I guess it would be bad, but what can be said and done? But then again, isn't there ruling against that? I may check that later on when I'm actually, like, free and off and all. Either way, I guess I'll try to change the subject, because it was just a current event that did raise me up questions more than anything. It did bring up, like, more thought processes to see how actually things were upheld. You know, because there were things that were kind of just questionable, but they're not, like, the most important things. Alright, let's keep running it. And I guess the best thing to switch it to is, let's everybody, like, my opinion on pit people, though? Because I don't think that I've actually really talked about it, I just kind of threw it out there. But my opinion on pit people right now is that it's so far been a really good experience. It's just the game isn't exactly the most mind-boggling, you know, like, taking, you know, your thought processes way out of it and whatnot. It's kind of just like, alright, it's not too bad. There's fun things about this. Ooh, there we go. Run them all up here. But as I was saying, this game does have, what is it called, like, good things about it. I just think that it needs to touch up some stuff, and I was hoping for a much more hardcore experience. But I knowing how they're more targeting a more casual base is probably the reason why this game is pretty, like, not exactly what I would say for the more hardcore experience players of these types of games. Actually, let's put her there. But yeah, because I mean, if you look at it, like, I was hoping that I could have skills and abilities and things that I could use to possibly dish out tons and tons of damage and, like, just wreck house with them. So, ow. Oh yeah, let's jump this guy. How did you miss? Oh jeez. How is this guy alive though? I know he should be receiving like 1 damage, but oh my god. Ow. Oh god, maybe I might need another person with another hammer too. Starting to become bad. Actually, that is a good question. Imagine if this game did have higher amounts of skills and stuff, though. Would it actually be kind of more complex for people to actually get into, though? Because, I mean, seeing how this game runs, it is much more for that casual audience, whereas in, like, you know, something like Fire Emblem, Final Fantasy, you know, Tactics, there's just tons of games that, like, fall in that category of, like, would it make it a lot more complex and difficult? Because I'm thinking that this is a type of game that would, like, try to throw you in and out of these moments, rather than trying to force press somebody into it. Which, honestly, what I think is being shown right now. So good. How? Oof. That may not be good. I think I want to run there. Cap this fuckboy. Throw it that way. Put this guy in that corner. Have her there. And just start going to town. Yeah. So that's actually a good question too. Do you think that anybody could actually teach their friend quickly, or like a, you know, family member, to try to like play a game with actually complex skills and stuff, and make it and show it as, like, you know, something to, like, in a quick, I guess, a few minutes, to get them to know how the actual experience would be like? Considering it, maybe that is the reason why they made this kind of more, in the quotations, of dumbed down. Damn, I'm not doing that much damage, though. Oh, shit. Oh, that's not exactly good. I think I want to push that up real quick. Keep on kiting. My scrum. My goddamn gluten over there. Oh, man, I thought I was going to be forced to eat one of those. Yeah, ouch. Oh, man. Oh, it's an archer this time. Oh, actually another raised up question is, has anybody actually seen any of the actual what is it, putouts by Matt, who, Matt Like Swords, I believe? I don't remember what's his actual name now these days, but essentially the creator of Epic Battle Fantasy, what is it called? 5? That's going to slowly come out. What's people's opinions on that is my question, actually. So I feel like it's probably going to become a really good game, but, you know. Like, has anybody actually seen them? Because there's been a lot of, like, in my opinion, like, really interesting concepts that actually could raise up the question for me. I wonder what's the actual healing time of these guys. They produce their healing and get it up. If I keep these double kill ups, I'm pretty much gonna be happy. Okay, now time to surround the fuck out of this thing and just start blasting ass. Thank God I gave my Horatio so much speed. Look at his luscious locks. His beauty. Is it actually at half? I wonder if that's actually what it is. Oh, I should have moved Horatio up. I made a mistake. I forgot to move Horatio up. So, alright, I think everybody's moving correctly. Yeah, once that guy comes up there, he's just gonna destroy this fucking thing like it's a joke. So, over. What the heck is going on? I don't know how manga. Yeah, manga. Sorry about that. That was my father asking me if I wanted to eat. Hopefully nobody's gonna get annoyed by that. Oh, sweet. You know, I have to say though, don't you agree that family sometimes can be intrusive whenever you're like trying to do stuff and then they're like, hey, guess what? You know, surprise! How did you manage to miss their homie? I know I can supposedly harass them with this thing, but that's not actually the case. They'll just keep moving. Time to die, soft skulls. Oh. Killed most of them, man. Oh. To the shuttle! Follow them. Let's do it. Let's fuck them up. Let's take their lives. This is impossible. No, it's fine. We can take on these guys. That's not what I mean. Oh, man. Alright, I'm gonna do myself a favor, and I'm gonna quickly cut it here so we can go ahead and worry about the next time. Is that okay, guys? Well, probably because since I can't hear you right now. So I'll be back, and take care. Peace.